Okay, so to start off this vlog, I'm going to give you a definition for conundrum. And a conundrum is a confusing problem or question. And my conundrum with conundrum is that this whole book was just, for lack of a better term, it just was a mindfuck. It just really was unlike anything I've ever read before. And yeah, that was my conundrum with conundrum. Jan Morris, on the other hand, had a bigger conundrum than myself. Her struggle was with her identity. She knew who she wanted to be, but she wasn't really sure how to go about being who she wanted to be or why she wanted to be a female. So the first quote I have to use is on page 41 when Morris writes, "If I thought I felt like a woman, how could I know what a woman felt? What did I mean when I said I was feminine?" So this is her first kind of like why, like yes, I feel like a female, but why? She's questioning why. And throughout this book, she's just explaining, her journey to becoming a female, to becoming who she wants to be, but we never really get a full resolution of why. In class today, we talked about what it means to be a woman, and I think one of the aspects that comes with being a woman is recognizing internalized misogyny and addressing the aspects of it. And I think that people just view women as inferior. And Jan talks about in her transition, when people start identifying her as a female, it excites her and she sees that as progress, getting a resolution to her problem. On page 111, Morris writes about, traveling around and just how different people in different countries reacted to her. And Morris writes, "In Mexico, after staring hard for several days and eyeing my sparse traveler's wardrobe with bewilderment, a deputation of housemaids came to my door one day. 'Please tell us,' they said, 'whether you are a lady or a gentleman.' I whipped up my shirt to show my bosom, and they gave me a bunch of flowers when I left." So this just kind of excites her because finally people are viewing her as who she wants to be viewed at, or not who, I should say. She's being viewed as a female, which is what she wants, and that's what she identifies with. So it's just kind of getting her, her problem solved, it's getting towards some type of resolution finally. But it's not completely a resolution. On page 166, Morris writes, "Few people understood it. I did not expect them to understand the cause, since it was a mystery to even me, but I had supposed more people might understand the compulsion." So she doesn't really, she doesn't understand, again, she doesn't understand why she feels like a female. She just knows, and that's just, it's unwavering throughout her whole life. She's just always known that she's a female. Then again, on page 170, on 170, Morris writes, "For me, an enigma lies at the root of my dilemma, and I am content to leave it so. Others may hope for a more exact diagnosis. It would prefer me to worry the problem further still, pursuing its echo down the paneled corridors of psychiatry or looking for its shade in the halls of social science." So she knows that, again, she knows who she is, but she's kind of comfortable. She's comfortable where she's at. She's comfortable with herself, and she just sees, after she's fully transitions, after she has her surgery done, she just is who she wants to be, and she doesn't see a reason to question it. There's really no further explaining to be done in her life at this point. It's not who is she, it's why is she she. So yeah, I just think that Jan Morris, her conundrum never really fully gets solved, but I think she's content with that and the life that she's living now.